I would like to start this review off with saying my opinion of Starfield is a middle of the road one. I don't think that Starfield is a bad game. I think it's a bad Bethesda game. And what I mean by that is Starfield, I think in its own right, is a decent game. But for the expectations out of a studio such as Bethesda, I think it's not quite hitting the mark. And I do believe with Shattered Space, I will give the game a lot of credit. I think Shattered Space kind of captures some of their old map exploration, and that is nice to see again. Now, I will go into this saying I think Starfield is worth buying, but more on sale. I think this game is still far from where it should have been in terms of what we would expect out of Bethesda. Now, that's not to say I don't love the game because, well, quite honestly, I could never say I don't because I have almost 6 days logged into playing it. So, by no means do I think I haven't gotten my money's worth out of playing it, because I most certainly have. Now, some of the highlights I'd like to give to Starfield is this game is clearly gorgeous. I am running this. Honestly, this is just in 1080p currently. I don't have it pumped out to 4K, but this is everything maxed out, and it is just a gorgeous game. Now, there is been a recent improvement to the game as far as exploration goes, so they now give you this little rover you can drive around. It's not the greatest. It controls a little wonky, but it is there. It's nice to have. It does make getting around planets a little easier, but then it's still a Bethesda game, so you're still going to have moments like that where it's just going to throw you around, and Bethesda's not exactly got a great track record for transportation in their games. But it is a nice addition to the game, so I will give them credit on that. The Shattered Space DLC pretty much takes place entirely on one planet, which is really nice. So everything that is in here is handcrafted like their old worlds. Um, if you've played games such as Skyrim or Fallout, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls in general. I don't know why I'm specifically naming this the certain ones, but they do put a lot more of that world storytelling into this DLC. So I will give them credit where credit is due here. Um, there's a lot more organic interactions with NPCs. There's a lot more random encounters, like you'll remember from their older games, and it's refreshing. I think if anything, Starfield is worth playing just for Shattered Space, and again, I would only say on sale. Combat still feels great on here. I honestly do enjoy the combat system for Starfield. I know some people don't like it. It's the system from Fallout 4, and I know some people don't like that system, and some people do. I personally am a fan of both. I still love like old Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas control style, but I also do enjoy the Fallout 4 style as well. And I think it fits a lot better for Starfield than it did for Fallout 4, quite honestly. But I think that's also just due to this coming out a lot more recent than. So, beyond that, I think the base game of Starfield still lacks in terms of the old school Bethesda feeling worlds. Um, A lot of stuff is just barren. I mean, there is still some wonders to find, and I'm not saying the game isn't worth playing for the fact there is still cool stuff to find. There's a few instances in particular I can say where I really did enjoy them. It kind of reminded me of like coming across the vaults in the Fallout games, or like dungeons and Elder Scrolls, where like there's going to be some cool weird mystery or some lore to this place, and like that is what makes Starfield worth playing for those moments. Granted, I think Bethesda's touch is still here in Starfield. It's just the world is so big, the universe is so massive in the game that like all those little like handcrafted stories are so spread apart and they're so hard to find, and that's what really makes the game struggle. Um, as much as I would love to have a game with 1,000 planets to explore in them, I want those. I would want those planets to have a good amount of handcrafted stories to find, and I think Shattered Space pretty much shows that. Um, this shows what, like, if they had just picked a few planets and handcrafted them like they did with this one, I think that would have made Starfield a much better game. Kind of going the Outer Worlds route, which I'm sure, uh, based on history with them, is probably where Outer Worlds did better than Starfield. But I think they're both good in their own rights. And it's not a direct comparison because they are both trying to do their own thing. And anyways, there's not really a whole lot much more I can say about Starfield. I think it has came a long way since its release, but I do think it needs more content. Quite honestly, I think the price tag on top of Starfield for Shattered Space is probably off-putting for a lot of people, which again is why I say if you can get it on sale, go that route. I believe there's like the premium version of it or whatever, which just comes with the first expansion, which is Shattered Space. That's the route I went, and it was cheaper that way. So don't buy just the game and then buy the DLC separate. Like, get the premium edition if that's the route you're going. And again, more than likely on sale. Anyways, I hope this video helped you out with your opinion of Starfield. And if you do want to play it, I mean, I can recommend it. Also, if you don't really want to go the full buying it route, Game Pass, I, I don't know if it's on both Xbox and PC, but I know PC Game Pass does have Starfield in it, and it does not have the Shattered Space DLC. That would be the only downside to it, but it would allow you to at least try the game and see if you like it beforehand. But granted, Game Pass is also like $20 a month now, so you might just be better off in the long run waiting for a discount. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.